Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Danielle, the American expat mom of 3 living in Germany. So today's video is going to be my favorite German words. I have 10 words, so you can call this my top 10. The reasons vary, so I will be sure to get into it with each word. My first favorite German word is Honshu. So Honshu actually directly translates to handshoe, so shoes for your hands, but it actually means gloves. However, in this house, in English, gloves are no longer gloves. When I tell the kids they need gloves, I'm like, get your hand shoes on. That's quite literally how much I love the word. So when I'm speaking to my kids in English, I just whip out a German word that I've kind of made an English word. I just think it's a really funny way to say glove, like shoes for your hands, and ever since then I just can't go back to glove. The whole family either says Honshu when they're speaking in German, but when the kids are speaking in English they're like, Mom, I got my hand shoes. The second one on my list has been a top for a very long time. It was probably one of my first vocabulary words, which is Glubschaugen. I think the reason why it's one of my first is because my husband said I had Glubschaugen or something like that, and I was like, what the heck does that mean? And it basically means, like, it directly translates to googly eyes, but it could also just mean somebody who has really big eyes. I just like the way it sounds, and it was weirdly one of my first vocabulary words. Next are words that I just think are actually quite pretty. I realize the German language a lot of the time can sound very harsh and very direct, but these words I actually find to sound quite soft. So my favorites are Blume and Frühling. So Blume means flower. It's also pretty easy to remember as an English speaker because Blume, it just sounds a little bit like the word bloom. And then Frühling, I just really like it. I just think it's a really nice soft word for spring. It also just sounds really upbeat, which I love springtime. So another word that I hardly ever use in English anymore, not that I never do, but I tend to go for this a little bit more, and that is kuscheln. That means cuddle in English, and I usually tell the kids, come on, let's have a kuschel, or let's kuschel. Maybe it's because it reminds me a little bit of like, come on, let's all just squish together and cuddle. We even have weird words in the house like kuscheling. It's just what happens in a bilingual house. You end up creating your own vocabulary words. Next one on my list is gruselig, which means scary or creepy. It just like sounds a little bit more scary than the word scary in my opinion. I heard the word the first time when I dressed the kids up for Halloween, and then somebody wrote a message saying, oh, they look really nice in gruselig, and I just thought it was a really cool way to say they look scary. To me it sounded like they were saying, oh, really gruesome. Next is Hexe. Hexe means witch. I like it because in English we can say that you're getting hexed if a witch is like putting a spell on you or something like that. So it was just a really easy word to remember, and I just thought it was kind of cool how similar sometimes English and German can be. This one may be my very favorite, and that is Nacktschnecke, which translates into slug. But what's so cool about it is the word actually translates directly into naked snail, which is just so appropriate. Why do we say slug? Why don't we just call it a naked snail, which is kind of what it is. It's also just really comical. You know, you see a slug on the ground and then you go, look at that naked snail just going by. It's just funny. Why didn't he put his clothes on? The last word that I probably use the most frequently, even when I am speaking full-on English with the kids, it just comes out, is Vorsicht. Vorsicht means like pay attention, be careful, watch out. I tend to use it if the kids are getting a little too frisky when we're out and about and they're not paying attention to cars or whatever. It just comes out. It's a lot faster than watch out. I feel like it gets their attention faster. It's just a very appropriate word. It's very to the point. It's very direct. It's very sharp. It gets their attention way faster than be careful or watch out. So that was my top 10. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I have so many videos that I could do along these lines. There's so many cool words like Honshu and Nacktschnecke. I feel like I could do a whole video alone in itself, like words that are just like so literally translated in the German language. Also, German words tend to be very long. It's often because like they are putting an entire phrase into a word. So I could make a whole bunch of videos like this, and I will make a video in German one day. I'm still really shy about it. I sometimes don't even like listening to myself babble in English forever, so like listening to myself in German, I just cringe. every single time and I'm like, wow, I didn't realize that I sounded that bad. It'll happen, okay? I promise. Give this video a thumbs up, and if you want that German video, you guys gotta keep giving me good thumbs, you know? The more thumbs, the more likely you're gonna get your German video. I am wishing you all an amazing, amazing week, and I will see you guys in my next one.